Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. North Carolina Housing Finance Agency's 2025 Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Awards have helped fund two affordable housing developments in Greensboro. The Grayson at Randleman Crossing and Overland Place Apartments will bring 132 high-quality affordable homes to Greensboro families. Two Triad-based developers with prior tax credit experience will develop Greensboro properties for the first time. Construction is expected to begin next year. These homes will cater to a broad range of incomes, from those with very limited earnings to those who earn closer to the local average. The Grayson at Randleman Crossing will be developed by Affordable North Carolina Housing Organization. The $22 million community will include 84 family-style homes supported by a $3 million loan from City Housing Bonds. Overland Place Apartments will be a $15 million development of 48 homes with support from an $850,000 loan from City Housing Bonds. Construction begins this fall on 3 developments funded by low-income housing tax credits awarded in 2024. The following projects total more than $46 million in development, adding more than 200 units of rental housing. Wind Hill Development is a rehab of 60 family units. Vandalia Acres is construction of 84 family units, and Yanceyville 2 is construction of 60 family units. To learn more about attainable housing in Greensboro, visit the city's website. If you have questions or concerns about your drinking water, mark your calendars. The Greensboro Water Resources Department will host a community meeting to address concerns and answer questions about discolored drinking water. The meeting will take place at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 30th at East Market Seventh-day Adventist Church, located at 101 West Vandalia Road. Discussion topics will include information on the department's water quality study, recent and proposed water system improvements, as well as updates on the city's current flushing program. Local elections will take place on Tuesday, October 7th for the primary, and again on Tuesday, November 4th for the general election. The City of Greensboro is providing a host of resources to enhance election access for voters preparing to head to the polls. The first hour of parking will be free in downtown parking decks. This will assist those who plan to participate in early voting at the Guilford County Courthouse. The Greensboro Transit Agency, or GTA, is providing fare, free, reliable, and convenient transportation to get residents to polling locations on both the primary and general election days. The city is coordinating with the Guilford County Board of Elections to offer accessible parking and in-vehicle voting on West Market Street during early voting. Road construction in proximity to any polling location on either election day will be limited to emergency repairs only. GTA and the Greensboro Department of Transportation will participate in the activation of the Guilford County Emergency Operations Center on the general election day to respond in real time should any issues arise. For more information about voting or to request additional assistance, contact the Guilford County Board of Elections at 336-641-3836. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
So common triggers for allergies are divided into seasonal and perennial. So seasonal ones would be the more traditional pollens. So there's tree pollen, which tends to pop up in March, April, and then there's grass and weed pollens, which kind of take over in May, June, and July. And then another pollen that is common in the fall is ragweed pollen. And it starts in August and continues until the first frost. The perennial allergens are ones that are in our home, so that includes things like pet dander. Molds are also one that can be both inside and outside. There are indoor molds, and then the outdoor molds are present during the wetter parts of the year. And then there are also dust mites. They live where we tend to sleep, so in our bed, in our pillows. They can live in the carpet, and they feed off of our dead skin cells. So once you figure out what you're allergic to, we have ways to avoid exposures to those allergens. So for instance, during the pollen seasons, you can keep your windows closed, tend to use your air conditioning, change your clothes when you come inside, taking off your shoes as you go inside. A lot of our patients like to wash their pets with a damp rag when they come inside the home. Some patients will have problems with gardening and mowing their lawns, and they get a lot of relief out of using a dust mask. We also do a lot of nasal saline rinsing. It does a couple of things. The salt water actually thins out your mucus and helps the mucus to drain from your sinuses and your nose better. And it also gets rid of all the pollens and the allergens in your nose, so it can stop that allergic reaction. We live in an age where there are a lot of great over-the-counter medications for allergies. Diphenhydramine is probably the oldest one, but it does cause some side effects like sleepiness. There are some great other medications that don't cause the sleepiness, such as cetirizine or fexofenadine. So you can try those to see if you get relief. And there are some fantastic nasal sprays, such as fluticasone or mometasone, that can block the allergic response in your nose. If you've done all those at home and you're still having symptoms, or you don't like taking a medication on a daily basis, I get that, or you want to figure out what is causing your symptoms, certainly seek allergist help and we can figure out what's causing your symptoms.
If you're in the mood for a good old-fashioned block party, make plans to head over to the downtown Greenway. And if you are a local history buff, nominations are open for a prestigious annual award. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department welcomes the community to attend the 16th annual Downtown Greenway Run and Block Party. The event will take place from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday, September 27th in Lo-Fi Park, located on North Eugene Street. Registration is open for the 1 mile and 5 mile events. People are welcome to run, walk, or stroll either distance. Registration is $25 per person for the 1 mile or $40 per person for the 5 mile. There is a discounted rate for kids ages 4 to 17, and children aged 3 and younger are free. New this year, registered participants will get a sneak peek along portions of the western branch section of the Downtown Greenway, which is currently under construction. Crews are working hard to allow temporary access during this event for runners and walkers to see the transformation in progress. Proceeds will directly support the Downtown Greenway's free community programs offered year-round. People of all ages and dogs on a leash are welcome and may participate on the course. Registered participants will receive an official event t-shirt, post-run refreshments, a drink ticket from Joymongers Brewing Company, and entry for the prize drawings. The block party is free and open to the public. It will feature live music, local food trucks, beverages from Joymongers, and children's activities. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department is honoring the legacy of Greensboro native and NBA Hall of Famer Bob McAdoo. The Bimbo Park basketball court has been renamed as the Bob McAdoo Court in celebration of the longtime Bimbo Park resident. Greensboro Parks and Recreation Director Phil Fleischman said last year the Greensboro Parks and Recreation Commission endorsed this special dedication with support from residents, including the Bimbo Park Community Association. The city recognizes the pivotal role Bimbo Park played in Mr. McAdoo's life. The dedication also presented an opportunity to introduce improvements to the basketball court. The improvements include an updated playing surface, goals, and a mural designed and produced by Tab Art Center artist Xavier Carrington. This was completed with support from art students at Dudley and Smith High Schools, as well as students from North Carolina A&T State University. Robert Bob Allen McAdoo Jr. was born on September 25, 1951, in Greensboro, where he resided until the 1972 NBA draft. He was a first-round pick by the Buffalo Braves. During his time in the NBA, McAdoo was the Rookie of the Year in 1973, a two-time NBA champion, a five-time NBA All-Star, and the NBA MVP in 1975. After his last NBA season in 1986, McAdoo accepted an offer to play overseas, and he played 6 more seasons in Italy. After retirement, McAdoo would be enshrined in multiple Hall of Fames, including the NBA Hall of Fame in the year 2000. Nominations are being accepted today through Wednesday, October 5th, for the Greensboro History Museum's prestigious 2025 Voices of a City Award. The award recognizes significant and original contributions to local history. Nominations for both individuals and organizations will be accepted, and self-nominations are encouraged. Eligible projects can include oral history, photography, film, published articles, books, student research papers, film, and electronic media. Collectors of historical documents or artifacts are also eligible. Museum Director Carol Hart said there are several individuals and organizations working on behalf of local history, especially in neighborhood and community projects. We encourage the community to submit nominations for this significant recognition. Nominations should include a letter and at least one example of work for consideration provided in either hard copy for articles or books, CD, DVD, or a digital format. Submissions will be evaluated by the museum's Community Engagement Committee and its advisory board. Awards will be presented at the Greensboro History Museum's annual dinner on Monday, November 10th. The City of Greensboro takes sustainability very seriously by practicing conservation in our daily operations. In the coming days, residents will be encouraged to take part in NC Climate Week. Coming up after the break, find out the ways you can contribute to keeping the green in Greensboro. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The City of Greensboro takes sustainability very seriously, committing to doing its part to be responsible stewards of the environment by practicing conservation in our daily operations. Joining me now to tell us about how you can do your part during NC Climate Week is Michelle Gill-Moffitt. She is the Sustainability Analyst with the Office of Sustainability and Resilience. Hello, Michelle. Welcome
Hi, Carla.
back.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. So tell us about NC Climate Week. When is it, and what are the activities planned?
Yeah, so NC Climate Week is a partnership that we have with EarthShare NC, and it is the last week in September. And it kicks off with virtual webinars that will be happening all throughout the week. Mm-hmm. And then it will end up with a in-person summit that will be happening here in Greensboro. And so folks can log on to different webinars, anything from learning about clean jobs to personal and professional resiliency, mm-hmm. to food and the climate.
Okay, and I feel like we have hosted the summit once before.
We did. We hosted it last year in partnership with EarthShare NC.
Okay.
So this is our second year back in Greensboro.
Nice. So we must have done something right.
We
They're
did.
coming back.
Yep.
Now, how does this partnership with EarthShare NC strengthen the impact of the summit? And then also, if you compare that to the partnership versus us independently hosting it as the city?
Yeah, I think by doing it in partnership with EarthShare NC, it allows us to have a broader reach. Mm-hmm. It brings in different folks from all across the state, and it strengthens the ability for partnership and for networking.
Okay, well, we like to always develop partnerships, and with sustainability being at the core, it's really important that we get as many people in the city involved as possible. Now, speaking of that, how will this collaboration benefit the community and our stakeholders attending both those virtual sessions during the week and once the summit gets started?
Yeah, what we would like to see is for folks to realize that there's opportunities within their daily lives to be able to be sustainable and resilient. There's ways that they can think about climate change and think about doing daily actions. And so the great thing about this whole week is that there's opportunities. If you can't get to the summit, you can still participate without leaving your home by doing the free webinars. And so we really want people to leave here thinking, like, what can I do that's impactful locally in Greensboro?
Okay, and we've been busy this past week, we were all part of the Sustainability Showdown, and it was nice to see our employees getting involved, residents getting involved, and as you said, very easy, practical things that you get points for just for being stewards of the environment. Now, what do you want participants to take away from the summit?
You know, I think for our office, it's important that folks leave the summit, and not just leave the summit, but when they come to anything that our office does, realizing that they can be part of the solution and that there are very simple things that they can do in regards to climate change that we have to do now, and we can't leave until, you know, the next group of workers come in, or the next, you know, a couple years, because we have to do it now in order to impact the future generation.
Yes, and we can see small changes do make improvements.
Absolutely.
So it's not like we're completely in a place where it's too late.
Absolutely.
Like it's never too late. Now, before we go, does the Office of Sustainability and Resilience have any events planned immediately following NC Climate Week?
Yeah, the biggest thing that we have that will happen right after is on Saturday, October 4th, is we'll be doing our Recycle Rodeo at Guilford Elementary School, and that's an opportunity for our community to bring hard to recycle items like TVs and laptops and chemicals to us, and we'll take care of disposing of them properly.
I'm going to bring my nail polish
Yes,
bottles.
please do. Yes.
I have been a violator of that for many years, so now I know. Well, thank you, Michelle. It's always nice to see you, and thank you for stopping in, giving us this preview of NC Climate Week. We know folks will participate. You've given us plenty of reasons to get plugged in, and we want you to come back and let us know about other events happening down the road.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. Greensboro is among 16 communities across the country selected to participate in the Housing Supply Accelerator Challenge. This is a joint initiative presented by the National League of Cities and the American Planning Association. The challenge is designed to accelerate the implementation of innovative, proven housing strategies and expand the housing supply in communities across the country. Through the program, the city will receive national recognition, engage in virtual workshops, receive tailored technical assistance, and access to best practices, tools, and housing supply experts. Assistant City Manager Nasha McCrae said being recognized as an accelerator aligns perfectly with the city's vision for housing growth in Greensboro. The national expertise received through the program will help us more quickly reach our goals of ensuring safe, accessible, and diverse housing for all residents. Support gained through the challenge will directly advance the city's Road to 10,000 initiative. This city-wide effort maps out a plan to increase the quality and quantity of Greensboro's housing stock by 2030. Stay up to date on the Road to 10,000 by accessing the dashboard at gsoRoad10k.com. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. Disney's Beauty and the Beast, the musical, wraps up a week-long run at the Tanger Center September 28th. The 10th longest-running Broadway show in history is based on the 1991 Academy Award-winning animated feature film of the same name. The Broadway musical was nominated for 9 Tony Awards and one for Best Costume Design. Get tickets at tangercenter.com. Melissa Etheridge and the Indigo Girls bring their Yes We Are tour to White Oak Amphitheater September 25th. Known for her confessional lyrics and smoky vocals, Etheridge remains one of America's favorite female singers after 2 decades. The Grammy-winning Indigo Girls have produced 16 studio albums and sold over 15 million records in their career. Get tickets at the box office or online at gsocomplex.com. Calling all pet parents. Families and individuals are invited to paint portraits of their beloved pets from a traced photograph September 26th at the Lewis Recreation Center. Registration is required and the cost is $5 per person. Visit greensboro-nc.gov for details. Your favorite Hot Wheels monster trucks return to the First Horizon Coliseum for 3 shows September 27th through the 28th. Glow in Fire is this year's theme, and you don't want to miss the fun and excitement of the monster trucks with a fiery twist. Learn more and get tickets online at HotWheelsMonsterTrucksLive.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents, and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. As of today, February 1 Place is reopened to traffic. The intersection of February 1 Place will temporarily operate with a stop sign at Davie Street. This will be in place until Duke Energy completes electrical work required for the new traffic signal to be installed. The Davie Streetscape work zone remains in place as the remainder of improvements are completed. Construction is expected to wrap up by the end of November. The streetscape along February 1 has been constructed as a curbless festival street designed to better accommodate events and pedestrian activity. The street also features granite pavers inscribed with quotes from the Greensboro Four as a way to commemorate the city's historic 1960 sit-in movement. The February 1 Streetscape project is part of Greensboro's ongoing efforts to invest in downtown streetscape infrastructure intended to enhance the look and feel of downtown streets while meeting the needs of vehicles, pedestrians, and special events. To learn more about lane and road closures and to sign up to receive email notifications about upcoming road projects, visit the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to Parks and Recreation. The department took advantage of this amazing weather we've been having and hosted the Glenwood Family Fun Day. Parents and kids gathered at the Glenwood Recreation Center for this free event. The purpose is to connect parents and their children with community support organizations specializing in parenting and mental health. The afternoon activities included music, skate park demonstrations, and step team performances, just to name a few. A great time was had by all. Way to go, Parks and Recreation. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol, plus GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.